China's ties with Sri Lanka are under scrutiny in India. New Delhi is keeping a close watch over its neighbour. This follows reports that a Chinese research ship is scheduled to make a controversial port call in Sri Lanka today. The ship in question is the Yuan Wang 5. Indian media NDTV earlier this week reported the ship was en route to the Hambantota port in southern Sri Lanka. That's despite Colombo's request to defer that visit. New Delhi believes the ship is, in fact, a spy vessel. It's equipped with what New Delhi believes is satellite monitoring capabilities. China has slammed India's concerns as, quote, senseless, saying the ship's visit was not targeted at third parties. Controversy over the Chinese vessel comes at a time when both China and India have been vying for influence over Sri Lanka. Worries are that if the ship should dock, it could spark a diplomatic confrontation between two powers that are already at odds over various issues. Relations between the two have been strained since armed clashes along the Himalayan border 2 years ago killed troops on both sides. Earlier, we spoke to Dr. Samir Patil, he's Senior Fellow at the Observer Research Foundation in Mumbai. He shared his take on how this episode would affect financial aid into Colombo.
To see in the last few years, we have seen the increased Chinese naval presence in the Indian Ocean, including the docking of the 2 nuclear submarines at the Hambantota port. Given that situation, I think India would have probably warned, that until Sri Lankan government takes care of the Indian security interests, it would have been unable to proceed on that particular front. In the last few months, again, Sri Lanka has been asking Chinese for restructuring of the loans as well as other sorts of financial assistance to get out of the economic that was created by the Rajapaksa government, but the Chinese side has exercised caution. So I think Sri Lankan side would have been cognizant of that particular fact that when the Chinese had kept away from the Sri Lankan mess, the Indian side had extended all kinds of economic assistance. When I speak of $3.8 billion in the last few months, you just have to compare that to India's investments in Afghanistan. Between 2001 to 2021, India provided $3 billion worth of assistance. And that assistance alone India has provided just in the last few months to Sri Lanka. So that just shows India's commitment to ensure that Sri Lanka doesn't collapse economically.